Hi guys, welcome to my next stupid build. So this time I'm trying a suicide build with intuitive link. So what intuitive link does is you can link to a minion like this, and the link is usually very short. I'm trying to make it as long as I can. Now I have like 26 seconds, and then whenever it attacks it triggers your spell. So I'm doing it with the Reaper since I can keep it alive, and I'm doing it like this. Let me just explain how it works. So I have my Reaper here, whatever you want. I put minion speed because I want it to attack faster, to cast faster. So what I have is I have intuitive link with increased duration. The two minion type that I want to summon is summon a skeleton, summon raging spirit, and I have minion life and infernal legion. So basically it's popcorn a skeleton and popcorn raging spirit. And I have this minion instability, so when they die, when they're on low life, they deal 33% of their life as fire. So the thing is, like, I shouldn't resummon them. I don't want them to be resummoned. I want them to be basically get to low life as soon as they can, which is kind of a problem I'm trying to figure out. So this Infernal Legion is basically 40% of their damage, and this is another 20%, that's 60%. So 1 second should bring them to less than 50% life, and they should die, for a skeleton at least. The other thing is, like, I'm running Purity of Element because it gives me immunity to ailment, but this is kind of counterproductive because it gives 30% elemental resistance to my minions, and it makes them die a bit slower, but it should be okay. So let me show you how it works first, like in a map. So I just leveled up. I have like the shittiest gear ever. Like, I just bought this for 11C. It doesn't even have a resist in it. Most of my items are just level up items, like garbage, whatever I could find that has life and resist. Like, look at this, it has nothing. The only reason I'm using it is because it has +1 socketed minion. And so the ideal is, like, to get rid of this, use the cold iron to get +3 to my Reaper, which is physical, and then probably use the amulet for raging spirit that gives them minus chaos resist, so they would die faster. Then I can get rid of legion support, and I can get rid of a skeleton, and I can just do a popcorn raging spirit. That's one way of doing it. Oh, another thing I can do, it's actually a good time to try it. Let me see where I put it. Not here. So since I have a skeletons, I can do dark pack. So I can remove minion life and I can do dark pack. Let's see how that works. So what dark pack does is, when you have a skeleton, it basically does an area damage and uses their life. So let's see how that works.
When I'm ready and not before.
There is different way of doing this. Okay, I don't want anything. Let's just run it. So I just got to maps. I ran like 2 maps so far. This is my 3rd map, so I'm not geared very well. I don't, and this is a T2 map. Let's see how that goes. So you see, I should hear more pop sounds, I think. So when I get to 8, yeah. So you don't want to get to 8 skeleton, because when you get to 8, you keep resummoning your skeleton, and when you resummon the skeleton, so I have to link again. They don't get to low life, they don't deal any damage. But the Reaper by itself does a shitload of damage. The skeleton does really good damage too. So, oh, okay. Another thing I wanted to mention is, like, when your link gets broken, you want to be able to link again without linking to any of your dying minion. Otherwise, you would die. So the way to do it is walk away, you have an ability that would basically summon the Reaper to attack there. So you walk away from your skull. So you don't want any minion that follows you. You want minion that stays at the enemy, as your target. So when you walk away, you can, I'm going to show you. So let's see, for example, I'm linked. So I have these guys, I just put, okay, wait a minute. You just cast him here and then link back again. Because your minions won't follow you, you can just target the Reaper to come where you want and then re-link back again. And if I put the Reaper on a better like +3 helmet and more minion damage and area damage and things like that, the Reaper itself can basically kill single targets very well. And then this is the rest of the Raging Spirit and a skeleton would just clear for me. So Dark Pack is not bad. So the thing is, like, you want, like, if you want more damage, I don't know, I have to check, like, minion life is more damage. Okay, come here. Because 33% of the life is added as damage when they pop. But Dark Pack is also a lot of damage because I have a you keep casting Dark Pack over and over, and makes your skeleton die faster, which is a good thing, so they don't get to the max skeleton. So another thing is, like, you don't want to get the major skeleton with the gem, because then they don't stay at the target, they would just run around. You don't, the other one that adds +4 to a skeleton doesn't work when they get triggered, so you always get 8 even with the gem that adds +4 to the maximum number of skeletons. So none of the skeleton gems works. So the only problem with this build is, which is kind of a big problem, if your Reaper gets shot, the Reaper, oh, another good thing is, like, the Reaper can eat the skeletons to heal. So when it attacks and there's a skeleton, it doesn't die. The only way it could die is if it gets shotgun, like if, like, there is anything that does a lot of attacks and or it gets crit, then when that happens, if you're linked to it, you die too. So most of my death is when Reaper dies, or if I link to a skeleton by mistake, which it happened a lot at the beginning, but now I'm used to it. So the link lasts long enough, so I have to wait for this. You see, that guy died a bit too late. So another good thing with instability is, like, before it was when the minion die, now is when the minions are in low life, which is 50%, which is fantastic. It makes it much easier now. I don't know if that changed this patch or the patch before, but it makes the build much smoother. So I'm loving this popcorn sound. And of course you can have your Val, a skeleton. Look. Alright, that's it. So let me just explain a little bit how the build works. I don't know if I like increased life or Dark Pack, like I have to choose which one I want. But so the way I build it is, for now I only have, like, I didn't do my last lap. So you want, basically you want to come here first to get the +2 and then get this, and then For the increasing the duration of the link, you need increased duration for the link. So this is basically a for link, and then the two of it is just increased duration. Increased duration is also good to make the minions last long enough to get to low life to die instead of timing out. So I'm getting this link cluster, and I'm getting exposure with it. So wherever my Reaper is, there is exposure, so they take more fire damage with the explosion or the Infernal. I'm also getting this, which gives me increased duration and 10% more increased duration, which is a multiplies with increased duration. And then I also have 20% increased minion duration here. But that's only for minion, which makes my this 20% increase skill effect duration. So that makes the skeleton last longer to get to low life, and also makes my link to stay a bit longer. So let's say a map, if it takes 2 minutes or like 5 minutes or something, like every half a minute you have to link. And then I have a bunch of life. Oh, I also have this for the mana concept, because the thing is, like, the Reaper casts so fast that you run out of mana. So you can't, if you put, for example, any offering in the cast, like let's say if I remove this and add an offering, I ran out of mana really fast. So I just took this 2 mana node, and I took this one that whenever you cast your guard, you take 10% of mana back, and then I put my guard on my left click, and whenever I walk, I take mana back. So every, basically, I don't know how long it lasts. Every 8 second, every 9 second, I get 10% back, which is very nice. I wanted to go down here and get the guard ones. Where is it? There's a guard cluster somewhere. Yeah, I was in the right one. So to take this, but because it makes it last longer and it doesn't go on cooldown until it finishes, it makes me get less mana, which is not a good thing. Also, all of these increased duration, and this increased duration makes my guard to last longer, so I cast it less and I have less mana. But right now I don't run out of mana. If I put an offering, I run out of mana. But with the offering is also really interesting. Let me show you how it works with the offering. Flame dash. Where is my offering? Where did I put it? So one thing you can do is remove dark pack and then add an offering. So, and then when you do your last lap, you can take these nodes, so the offering also affects you, and you constantly have cast an offering. So let me just show it here. It's easy. Come on, Reaper. I bugged. Come on, stop bugging. So just look at my mana, how fast I ran out of mana. You see? So if I get more mana regen, I figure how I can have more mana regen. After I do my last lap, I might put an offering there instead of dark pack, because dark pack only affects my skeleton. So let's just put a spirit offering here to level up. Let's put dark pack here to level up. Anyway, I hope you guys like it.